comics don't want to be there. This is great. This is really nice. This is really cool. And I hope you guys are ready for a great show. We got a great show lined up for you guys. I'm going to be your host, Drew Flaggy. So if you want to make just some noise for me, make you feel good. I wish it worked like that with my dad. That would be so cool. This is the best I've felt in a long time because I have been working all throughout COVID. Like, I've been deemed essential and I look like this, like it's a problem. I have a faux hawk and I'm essential. Like, that's where the country's at right now. And this is how essential my job is. Like, my job sucks. Like, I walked around the corner and when I saw my work truck, it was being peed on by a homeless guy. And I was like, bro. And he was like, what? I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I must have parked my truck an hour ago where you decided to be peeing right now. I'm an asshole now. Like, that's really good. And, like, that made me feel bad, but I'm not gonna say this part made me feel bad, but also he had like a huge dick. Like, it was, like, I'm not mad, I'm not like upset, but I am kind of confused because, like, okay, he was like 3 inches past the knuckle when he was holding it. Like, it was, yeah. Right? That's what I thought too. Oh my God. And I was like, I'm confused. It's like, how can you not find work? You know, like, I'm not saying the job you're gonna find is gonna be honorable by any means, but it's work nonetheless. Like, my job's not even honorable. You know how I know? A homeless guy was peeing on my truck. Like, that's where I'm at. You know, I deal with that all the time just at work. Not peeing all the time, but just bad things. The highlight of my day is always that I get on my way back to the building with the work truck, I get to pass a cemetery. And that's uplifting. So I'm like, no matter how bad my day gets, someday it's going to be that good, you know? Like, I get jealous of headstones. I'm like, look at those guys. They're just dying the dream, right? Like, I tweeted that, and my boss was like, dude, that's pretty funny. I'm like, I know, that's why I tweeted that. But likes don't cost nothing, Josh. Like, what are you doing? And he said, when I die, I'm going to come back and haunt this fucking place. And I was like, we can't even get you to pick up an extra shift on your day off. Like, why are you going to, like, retire and then come back and haunt this place? Like, if you had a choice, that's unpaid overtime for all eternity. Like, people don't like you now you're a manager. Think how much we're going to be pissed at you when you're a ghost. Like, that. It's so cool. Speaking of, like, retirement, like, I saw an interview on YouTube, and it said former pedophile on it, and I was like, really? Is he retired? Like, because I feel like pedophiles are the one group of people who have never said, I'm getting too old for this. Like, that's like their thing, honestly. Sit in that one. I didn't tweet that one for work, just so you know. But, like, I think the headline should have said, like, former pedophile or got caught pedophile. Like, that, right? Like, I don't think you just stop. Like, if my girlfriend walked in on me watching really messed up porn, I wouldn't say, like, I'm a former bukkake watcher. I'm a got caught bukkake watcher. My girlfriend is in the back right now and probably leaving, so that's. She's like, not again. Sad. I don't know if you guys are wondering what I'm all about. My little sister took a 23andMe or an Ancestry.com thing, which is amazing that she can do that because, you know, back then you wanted to know your ethnicity, like when she took it about a year ago, but now if you spit in a tube and send it in the mail, that's bioterrorism, right? Like, you can't send it off to California and find out how white you are, Nicole. Like, but we're not even like the good kind of white. Like, we're not even like the easy to put together furniture white. Like, we're like the boiled potato and soup country whites. Like, this is what I am. I am 4 things. I'm German, Polish, Czech, and 6% Italian. Do you know how you become 6% Italian? You're saying yes. No, you don't. One of my great-grandmothers went on vacation in Italy and asked for directions, and a guy on a moped spit in her mouth. Try finding out that about me, Ma, huh? And it's like, this is how I know that's not that Italian. Italian. Like, I saw a can of Pringles at a grocery store, and the label said, it said loud, super cheesy Italian. And I was like, you could have saved label space and called it Guido. And I didn't even get, like, offended by that. Like, oh, I'm not that Italian. And somebody's like, 6% Italian, Drew. I'll bet you your mom doesn't even have a hairy back. And you know what? Inconclusive, honestly, because the 33% check prevents her from ever taking off her Adidas tracksuit. We will never know what my mom's naked back looks like. We'll never know. Now, me wondering in front of a group of strangers what my mom looks like naked, that's Italian, right? Like, that's pretty fucking Italian. You know, also, like I said, I'm German. We don't click on that leaf because worst case scenario, my ancestors are just following orders, you know. Even worst case scenario, oh, it gets worse, like maybe my grandma invented a mustache. Like, we don't know. Like, I don't like it. I don't like that they came over here in the 50s, okay? I think that's alarming. That's right. They didn't get caught, and I'm suspicious. I also said I'm Polish. All those jokes were actually made in the 50s, so I'm not going to do those right now, you know? I don't know. Like I said, I'm from Milwaukee, and have you guys ever been to Milwaukee? Wow, just more white people came to Milwaukee. That's exciting. It's great. I mean, it's a weird time living down there right now. These are strange times, right, man? Right? Like, who would have thought that the police were the reason cops got canceled? Like, that show's older than me. Man, you're gonna use that? Please do. Take it from me, please. It's an albatross. People know what an albatross is if they watch Cops. Like, they're not gonna get that reference. That's okay. People don't read, they'll watch that. But yeah, it's weird, like, because we had the peaceful protest down in Milwaukee for a while. You know, have any of you guys been to a peaceful protest since they were going on? No. Nobody in Appleton went.
I went.
You went?
I went.
Cool. Are you white?
Yeah.
You went. I know. It's in your Tinder profile. You're like, oh, I went. Like, you know. No, I'll get to that in a minute. But like, for those of you that haven't been to a peaceful protest, this is what it's like. It's a lot like going to a heavy metal show, except all the music is Bob Dylan and the police start the pit. And then the police throw you out of the pit for being in the pit, okay? Like, for those of you that do you know what the pit is? No, it's where the best part of a Korn song, sung by Jonathan Davis, he starts to go boom bop to Ema, and then stepkids fight other people's stepdads, but then they hug afterwards. So it's like, it's almost like home. It's almost like home. I do feel like a lot of people though did use, like that lady back there, used the protests for clout and social media. Like, listen, I heard her voice, she's like, I went, and it's like, oh, okay, your name's probably Stephanie or Claire. But, no, like, I went, but like, I saw some people posting, like, one post made me angry, because they're like, I heard the protest coming down my street, and I got excited, and I ran downstairs to check it out, and then when it went past, I went back upstairs. And I was like, oh, so you treated the civil rights movement like it was an ice cream truck. That's... And you're bragging about that. Like you heard the sound, you're like, that's familiar. You ran downstairs, you got excited, you're like, I'm not buying what they're selling, and went back up. You barely contributed, okay? Then she posts things wrong. Like, she posts things from, like, civil rights leaders on Facebook, and she misquotes them all the time. She's like Martin Luther King said, you know, I have a dreamsicle. It's like, no, it's not an ice cream truck. When everything started to open back up, I did a show up in Crivets. You guys, look at it. You guys have all been to Milwaukee and Crivets, worldly Wisconsinites. That's what you guys are. So for me, Crivets is like an untouched land of whiteness, like up there. Like, it has never seen the sun. Okay, it's seen a lot of crystal meth, but not a lot of sun. The bar that I was at, which I'm assuming is the only bar that you have all probably been to, maybe, I don't remember the name of it, it was probably something like the Holler-Ratter or something like that. And, you know, I don't know. But, like, there was either a playground or a propane tank farm outside for children to play on with their parents. We're just tying one on for the night, you know. But like everybody there was like I think that they were the oldest 50-year-olds I've ever seen in my life. Like they were like 90-year-old, 50-year-olds. They were so old. And like every woman would be like, that guy over there, I slept with him, and I have 2 kids, and now he's with my girlfriend. Big dick. We call him Big Dick Dan. And then Big Dick Dan would come up to you, and he would be like, hey, I heard you're from Milwaukee. What's it like with all the riots down there? I'm like, well, they were protests, and they were mostly peaceful. Like the worst that we got is they broke into like a Foot Locker and a GameStop, and they started a fire inside of like the Walgreens. And then he goes, oh my God, they burned down the Walgreens? And I was like, no, Walgreens, like one Walgreens. Like you had to walk an extra block with a sleepy left foot to get your insulin, but other than that, it was fine. And then I was like, wow, I'm dealing with this on like small town scale, because up there, if you burn down the Walgreens, they have to come to Milwaukee to go to Walgreens. All right, everybody, you ready to keep this show going?